On CBS Sports HQ, out of the NBA, Lakers star LeBron James will miss at least 1 to 2 weeks with a strained left groin. The NBA's all-time leading scorer was injured during last night's loss to the Celtics, which also snapped an 8-game winning streak for LA. According to ESPN, the Lakers plan to let the swelling go down before reevaluating James within the next 24 hours. LeBron has only missed 4 games this year. LA is 3-1 in his absence. The Lakers are back in action tomorrow night, taking on the Nets in Brooklyn. Let's bring in our sports injury analyst, Marty Jaramillo here. And Marty, you are around basketball players all the time. You certainly understand the importance of, a stable core to be able to cut and run and jump in general. What do we know about groin injuries of this level and maybe how troublesome they can be?
Yes, sir, Chris. Well, the Lakers were delivered a 1-2 punch last night, not only ending that 8-game winning streak, but then losing LeBron James in that contest. He sustained a left groin injury, also known as an adductor muscle strain, or the inner thigh muscle. Very tricky muscle indeed to rehab from. Number one, it's a large muscle with multiple attachments on the pelvis. 2, it's involved, like you said, in all rapid change of direction, particularly in basketball. And number 3, even a small tear becomes a much larger injury size because healthy muscle around that tear also goes into spasm to protect that tear, which makes the area that we're working on much larger.
And in 2018, LeBron had an injury that was similar but more severe, and it caused him to miss significant time. Lakers are saying it won't be that long, and even LeBron himself said after the game last night, day to day in terms of treatment. The reports are out today that could be a 1 to 2 week injury, if not longer. So if the Lakers want to get this guy back on the court as quickly as possible, of course they do. What does the rehab look like for LeBron?
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned 2 very important factors. He has a history. 2018, a strain to that same muscle. That just doesn't go away. Number 2, he is 40 years old. And no matter what type of condition he is in and all that work he's put in over the years, it still takes time when you're older. So, like the Lakers reported, that muscle goes into muscle spasm, protective muscle guarding to protect that injury. That's the swelling they discussed. That has to run its course, and we're very conservative for that first 3 to 4 days when we get a much more accurate assessment once that swelling and spasm calm down. Then that second is more aggressive manual therapy, deep manual massage and manipulative work, and then followed by gentle stretching, leading on to more aerobic running in one direction, and then gradually into rapid change of directions. And what we're looking for is how well he responds in each one of those phases. And when we're getting ready him for return is how he's responding to the rapid change of direction, which is really where the inner thigh, the groin, contracts very forcefully, tremendous amount of tension within the rapid change of direction. So I like his optimism. Day to day, it's not day to day. It's at least 2 weeks, I believe, at minimum. And because of his history, I would not be surprised if they opt to increase that to maybe 3 weeks.
And as you talked about his age and his history, from your perspective, what would you want to see from LeBron before a playoff push? Would you say, hey, because of what we know, let's wait until the postseason and ramp him back up, or would you want to see him back on the court before a playoff stretch?
It's a really great question because this type of injury is really tricky mid-season. You can't be so generous with the time that you really need to get better. But I'm going to tell you, at 40 years old, he's been so effective this season and so fit. His conditioning is at another level. So that's something that that's that ace that we have with him. So that's why I'm leaning to being a little bit more conservative, maybe 3 weeks, 100% pain-free in practice before he returns to a game. So that's why I'm leaning towards more than 2 weeks so he can be at his healthiest for the playoffs.
Yeah, age certainly hasn't seemed to. James suffered a left groin strain during Saturday's loss to the Celtics. He was injured midway through the 4th quarter and did not return. The future Hall of Famer there says he plans to take it, quote, day to day. James is expected to undergo further imaging today in LA. Over to college hoops, where NC State has fired head coach Kevin Keatts just one season removed from a Final Four appearance. The Wolfpack went 12-19 this year, missing the ACC tournament and finishing in the bottom 3 in the league. It ends an 8-year run in Raleigh for Keatts, who led NC State to the Big Dance 3 times. Staying in the ACC, Florida State is hiring Kings assistant Luke Laux as its next head coach. That's the latest from our John Rothstein. Laux played college hoops at FSU from 2008 to 2012, and he's been an assistant with Sacramento for the past 3 seasons. He'll replace his former coach.
Chào cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng. Vòng hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là súp lơ. Mọi người, hôm nay vòng của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là cải thảo. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu làm nhé. Cải thảo, thảo. Em nói nhiều em bị lớ nói toàn ngọng thôi. Thiên Long cùng anh tìm anh. Lóc két thì lóc két gì đâu điên này đi gọi điện cho mẹ Long là có Long có người duyên rồi. Mọi người, đây ba màu, ở đây là màu cam nhé. Con trai tuổi này phải cho yêu rồi, không thì nó ế mất. Yêu toàn, chúng nó toàn kiểu 1-2 tháng xong thôi á. Chơi.
Ủa sao chị không tải được cái app của nó đang dùng?
App gì chị?
App siêu bé không học.
Em cũng không biết, em cũng không tải. Nhiều đứa nó kêu không dùng được mà. Con Huyền em nó cũng không dùng được. Cái app đấy là cái gì đây, em thử xem.
App đấy là Beautiful Time.
Đấy.